Oh, hello everybody. Well, you must know that it's 10 minutes till 4 a.m. I've been in bed, awake for a very long time. We got a lot of stuff going on out there. Oh my God. This curator is talking about this mega street, saying that there's something about terms and conditions and all this stuff. He's really working it, man. And I really wanted to get on here live this morning because we got all kinds of talk about two legs on a table, desecrating organs and shit. These people are up like planning. We got some a woman on scene commenting about somebody's uh, oh whatever courage or something. Anyway, I'm still kind of half asleep because I just been there laying there listening to this stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't want to listen to this stuff. If I gotta listen to this stuff, I may as well get up and talk about it, you know? I'm so sick of it. Listening to it in silence. I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit there and listen to this shit. I'm gonna get up and talk about it. So they're very angry. Hello, Rainbow Dragon. They gotta silence somebody. Sounds like it could be me. And they're very upset. They say they have to do it in the physical realm because their magic isn't working. So, you know, there's government officials and their hired hands and all of that. But then you've got the celestials. So there's a woman out there who's got access or bridged consciousness to this realm and of Lyra in the August month or whatever. They want access to this consciousness. They feel that relationship is a simple telepathic connection. And that with this, they have permission to do whatever it is they want. Now, the terms and conditions they say are about privacy, and the argument is that this woman, the only thing she doesn't reach in on anybody. The only thing she's overhearing is these people's strategies on sacrificing people. I mean, I know that that's my experience. So the only thing I pick up on is the nasty ass people who are out there committing heinous crimes. I don't get to listen to you folks out there that are creating and being in a good way. Oh no, I gotta listen to these jerks that are out there threatening you all's peace of mind. It's tiring. So it appears that either mine or somebody's 3D vessel and the spirit that it holds and all of the organs in it and all of that are being threatened by masculines and their feminines that they work with here in the 3D. Man, they're really talking about doing a thing. The Germans want this woman. Epstein wants this woman. Everybody wants the genetics, the blueprint of this Christed being. We're going to go ahead and do a poll because there's some really mean things being said about this woman. Man, I just don't know what to say about it. We're living in a world that has been overrun with replacement people. And they're very determined to continue their positions of authority, and they need the energy of the true light-filled beings. It's interesting to me how they're speaking in such a manner, and they're saying, you know, that it's terms and conditions or something that is a violation of privacy. But the celestial stabilizer does not pick up on the good stuff, man. They pick up on those people that are attempting to interfere or harvest those good people. As a celestial barometer of the environment, as a planetary stabilizer, a nurturer, part of the responsibility is to detect the threats against the people, I suppose. So let's see how it's going to go. I mean, they're sicking the 3D data on people. Temperance angel. So they want to go after a temperance angel. They want to, 2 legs on a table, desecrate the organs and shit. I mean, these guys are so... I gotta fucking listen to this, man. I mean, it's terrible, you know? It's no wonder that I have a bad attitude sometimes. It's really difficult to maintain your happiness level when this kind of stuff is like... It never ends, man. No, Irvin. In the challenge position for this temperance angel, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody who just can't let go. They're refusing to let go. The temperance angels, the celestial angels, have been emancipated from the stronghold that have held them here. Their energy is no longer accessible by these people. Yet they need to go regather it, and they need to do it the old-fashioned way in the 3D, apparently. They're having a nightmare. They don't want to let go of this temperance angel. And you're battle ready, you're weary, but it's like, fuck, man. I mean, you're fighting for your soul, angel. And these men and their women, and they want to harvest and desecrate the... It's so freaking weird. This world is filled with these devils, man. Wanting control. Hierophant. In the reverse. They're in a nightmare because they're calling this temperance angel sacrilegious. Well, temperance angels are directly connected to Prime Source Creator and the universe. They claim that the temperance angel doesn't know how powerful they are. But the universe itself chose particular vessels to run the energy through. The energy that is necessary to bring healing to the planet. Now we've got some entities here who say, well, if there's medicine in the body, then we have a right to harvest and save ourselves. So, you know, everything's got to be desecrated, of course, before they can harvest it. And they're really interested in this. So they don't like the way you think, temperance angel. They don't like the way you think about life, a way you think about the power that is moving through you, a way you think about your celestial family and the universe and the cosmic forces in general. They insist that you must do as they say. But the thing is that they're like whacked. They're whacked in their head, man. They demand that you come under their command, but they have not been given the universal approval to carry this energy. So they feel that they need to cut the legs off and desecrate the organs and really fuck up this angel in the 3D. That's what we're reading on. If anybody would like to ask me for a personal reading, I'm probably going to block you. So we got Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. What do you suppose a temperance angel is? If there's an angel and it's in temperance, what do you suppose an angel is if it's walking the earth, carrying the essence of the sun? A celestial being, actually in the flesh, to share happiness and all that energy with everyone. I don't know, man. We got Six of Pentacles. I think people think too hard about things. They make it too difficult. They don't keep it simple. They get all wrapped up in this shit that they're filled with. In the near future, Eight of Swords, victimized. Somebody's feeling trapped. I know they want to do that. They want to bind a temperance angel. The truth is out. They don't want to, they want this angel to, they want to bind this angel from speaking the truth. They're upset that they have non-traditional values, that they're source connected and they're sharing these connections. This power that they're so afraid of, oh no, is source connected. So they feel like they need to reel it in and use it for themselves to empower their own agenda. So once again, they're going after a celestial being with that intention, and they need to desecrate everything about this angel in order for it to work for them. They need to flip you out of the creator mode or your connection to it in the environment. Nine of Wands. Battle worn, time to heal. It's ridiculous that these ones, they're so needy, so greedy, gotta save themselves by desecrating a celestial angel, man, here to bring temperance and healing to the planet. Rather than allow them to share the energy naturally, they want to defile, desecrate, and consume it. It's really fucking whacked, man. Hopes and fears. Seven of Swords. We got caught red-handed. Page. There could be a page coming in to do a thing. These page, we got espionage kids out there. They think it's real cool to fight with women. James, it's 4 a.m., man. You guys have me up all night. Are you offended? How about if I just block you? I mean, would you like me to save you from, would you like me to save you? Somebody gonna die, man. Somebody is gonna die. Whether it be me or those that I'm hearing, or so whether it be the angel or the mofo that wants to do a thing, somebody gonna die. You got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups and the King of Wands and the Sun. Rebirth. Happy 10 of Cups here. Yeah. So apparently there's some kind of family feud, whatever, man. I don't know. All right, James, you got it, buddy. There you go. So the Temperance Angel is here in the central energy. 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Darling, I've been up all night listening to these criminals. Emptiness. Rejection. The Temperance doesn't have any love for these people. The Temperance Angel doesn't have any love for the people that are trying to red rum them. They're like, hey, I don't really like you. I don't want to serve you, because they've been sacrificing and stealing the honor of this one, desecrating them and defiling them for centuries. They do it every time. Every time this Temperance Angel rises to the top, beats them out, and then they got to go fucking defile a 3D vessel. Because that's all they got, man. They do the sorcery, the magic, the whatever the hell they think their upper dimensional baneful shit is. And when it fails, they got to go into the 3D and actually do things the old-fashioned way. Eight of Cups in the river. No, last time I did that Mortuary Master, somebody paused Rainbow Dragon, and that was I was worried I couldn't get him back. So no, I'm not gonna do that. So we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody, they just don't want to let go of this Temperance Angel who no longer has love for them. They're in a nightmare. It's like, oh no. And they're remembering the history of the neglect. Their wickedness against this angel has lost them the angelic compassion and care. Celestial Father doesn't like them either. I knew that all of the hateful midnight gremlins would be here, and that's why I decided to come on, because I want to annoy the shit out of you, you motherfucker. You keep me up all night. Fuck you. Let's do a read on it, honey. They don't like the way you think, Temperance Angel. You don't have any love for them. They don't have any love for you. It's been that way for centuries. You tried to help them. They force you into servitude and slavery. It could be that your traditional or non-traditional approaches to things are bringing some kind of a relief to people's anxiety. Maybe you have a non-traditional approach to relieving anxiety or spiritual fearful thoughts. Your personal belief system brings consolation to difficult emotional circumstance. Page of Swords is using their head. Knight of Pentacles is protective of the Queen of Wands. We got incomplete. Unfinished business regarding charity. They weren't able to complete what they were trying to do with this Queen of Wands. Creator. The one that has the wealth, the one who gives, the temperance angel, creation, the Empress, somebody's feeling like a victim here over the generosity of this Empress. They were not able to complete something. Their deceit. Somebody's being bound for their deceit. They're trying to accuse this temperance angel of privacy violation. The problem is the temperance angel, who brings balance, who brings stability, who brings safety, only picks up on the stormy weather that is being whipped up by deceivers. Trickery. The Ace of Swords is here. And somebody is withdrawing their friendship, withdrawing the gossip. They see the truth over who really belongs in their life. Somebody could be passive aggressive, feeling volatile. The truth that's being spoken by this temperance angel, who no longer has any love for them, is creating some kind of emotional whatever. Nine of Wands in the environment. Battle worn. These masculines have been coming after this female angel for a long time. They're up here in the midnight hour making war with people in their minds. They're sleeping in their bed and they're out there in the dreamland. You're all stupid. Fucking with the minds of the people. That's what they do. They get up all night and they do that. Yeah. tradition. So your way of thinking is what? It's easing anxiety in the environment. We've got battle worn and tradition. Time to heal. We got religion. So the earth angel, the temperance angel's non-traditional ways of being is bringing some kind of war with this shit. So the church wants to go to fight with the angel. They sacrifice and use them as intercessors. When they're not here as intercessors, they're here as celestial guides. And the church doesn't like that. They need to do a dismemberment and a desecration over the organs because they're witchery. They're reading psalms to curse people and banish people and all that fucked up shit. It's not working. They're getting caught red-handed. Trying to sweet talk somebody into a death trap, perhaps. Defeat. Death. Dead end. Death. Wow. Letting go. We got death. Destiny, good luck. Perseverance. And discernment. By distinguishing fantasy from reality, you gain the power to make realistic choices. So your discernment, these folks are out there, they're planning some shady 3D shit. And because you're picking up on it, you have the opportunity to plan for it. To meet it head on, to catch them red-handed. Yeah. Delays. Eight of Wands. Frustration is mounting as things don't unfold as quickly or as smoothly as expected. So somebody they're frustrated because what? They got to let you go. This is the end. Everybody's moving into their destiny. You're persevering through this challenge with courage, using your discernment when it comes to these illusionists. You've got strong intuition. High priestess. High priestess angel with a different way of looking at things. Those people who are materialistic and abuse their power are in sorrow. They're experiencing sorrow and regret. And they're being limited because they're impulsive. And they're being criticized. They might be frustrated because they're getting criticized about the way they gain prosperity and wisdom by attacking people with integrity. They have a whole enterprise. It's a worldwide network in competition with divine union. There's heartbreak here for them. They get cut out because the lovers have been liberated. From the devil. And they don't know what to do. Because the inequality was fueled by your naivety. But now all of a sudden you have clarity about the magic and about your own power. And your determination is giving you a victory here. And you're blocking those people who are those foolish hoarders. That you had once given the opportunity to collaborate with. They turned out to be very lazy. They didn't create anything. They're except imbalance. They spread misinformation by flipping the temperance angels and then desecrating them violently. Well, I don't know, because I don't do magic or any of that. All I know is I'm still alive after many tries, you know? That's all I know. It's so sickening, these people trying to feed. So the temperance angel has no more love for these people. She's rejecting, he's rejecting, feeling very cold toward those who are so friggin' cruel. No more love. Trusting self. So the temperance angel isn't offering love to those people who will not let go. They're in a nightmare because of the history of neglect, right? Trusting yourself. It's like, no, I'm not pouring my love into all of that bullshit. No. Trusting myself and my connection to source that is not coming from these men who insist that they be in control of this angelic celestial power and wisdom. If the universe had chosen them to carry such energy and power, then they would not be trying to kill temperance angels so that they can obtain it. The problem for them is that they're not worthy. The cosmos, the universe, has not deemed them worthy. And they're very upset about it. They're very upset that you deserve better. You're giving your love to your damn self and you're walking away from these people. There's no more love for them. You have no more love for those people who have no love. You deserve better. So what do? Temperance angel? They say they got to do it the old-fashioned way. They got to find you. They got to get you. They got to 2 legs on a fucking table, desecrate your organs and shit. Monique, yeah, I suppose they might get me in the 3D. I don't know. I mean, it happened in somewhere out there, so I don't know. Maybe it has to happen here too. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that I'm pushing their buttons, and whatever happens, the cards will fall where they may. I mean, whatever. Apparently, I've been tortured to death many times, and I'm still the bitch that they dread coming back. So whatever. They don't want to let go. They're in a nightmare. The latest me, I was in the middle of a sacrifice attempt upon my life in the last reading there, Pringles. If you had been listening to it, you would have known. If you don't like it, you can go. I have no problem with that at all. I don't like entertaining, folks like that. The history of neglect is here. There's no more love for these people. They're very, good thing I blocked them then. So there's no more love for these people because of the history of neglect and their current plans to do a 3D violent crime. Germany wants the blueprint. Epstein wants the blueprint. Every fucking buddy in the 3D wants the blueprint. They all want the organs. It's wild, man. Just by consuming an angel, you don't become an angel. You're just a devil wearing angel energy. You're still a fucked up piece of shit that's harvesting people. You don't become an angel by fucking eating an angel, man. You guys are so weird. You got a different outlook on traditional values. This is what helps you ease anxiety. Hope exists even today. Your new way of thinking, Temperance Angel, it's easing anxiety. It's bringing hope. And these religious people are losing control over the minds and the energy that they require in order to maintain the energy supply needed for their mind manipulating magic and whatnot. They're real upset. They want to silence the angel. They were not able to complete something that they were trying to do. They made very little progress. Power of 3, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, incomplete. They weren't able to complete the cycle. They made very, very little progress. We got the 6 of Pentacles, generosity and charity of the Empress here. They were intending to get it. They didn't. Everything's slowing down. It could be that the time is slowing down. It could be that those who had been eating up your time are slowing down. They're being bound. The deceit, the deceivers are being bound from gaining access to your consciousness. And they're upset because this Empress picks up on the attacks against consciousness, which they utilize to gain access to the celestial realms. And when they trap the energy and the consciousness, they can use all those gifts of these high value people to make war there, right? It's the way they do it. They don't like your confidence. They don't like the fact that you're speaking out loud. They want to silence you. They call you sacrilegious, but it is they who have been committing blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. In these angels, the universal power that is moving through them to bring life here, make it possible. And all you got are these nasty asses arguing about who's controlling the power of the angel. The celestial daughter, divine, son, divine. It's crazy. Dudes, you don't have any authority. Fuck. Try again. They're not drinking water. They're out of water. They're not able to drink water. They got to try again. Failure is part of the map. They've lost their water rights. They're being bound because of their theft and trickery. They could be losing access to their water rights. And they want to try again with this sacrifice, this weird freaking religious harvesting of angels, celestial angels. Ace of Swords is here. You're speaking the truth, angel. And we got people withdrawing. There's a detachment from a King of Cups without love. They're feeling very volatile. They want to get mean and cruel. They're faking it. So if they come forward, they're faking it. They think they're something special. They really thought they were. They're faking it. They're faking their confidence. They're upset that you're standing up to them. You're not cowering. You're not cowering to their religion and their cursing and attempts to banish you and sacrifice you and slander you to their traditional, whatever it is that they're with. I mean, they're slandering you to the celestials. And the thing that they don't know is that you're psychically connected, and they who are receiving false reporting about you are also receiving the truth about their midnight gremlin harvesting brutalizer disembodied whatever the hell plans, you know. And it's not your problem. You're standing up to these people. It's not your problem. It's like, dudes, let go. Just stop it. Stop making war with the angels, man. Because they don't see you as the authority. They're directly connected to Prime Source Creator. They don't need you to manage them. They're connected with the universe and the universal flow. They were chosen to carry this energy. You were not. I don't know what's so difficult to understand about that. You can care without carrying the burden. You've died for their sins many, many times. Many times. And they're so happy with you turning the other cheek every fucking time. But God stepped in and said, not this time. You've been too forgiving. And he's done with you being used as their battery. Now, they're coming in. They think they're going to come in with a 3D thing. And I don't know, man. It could get ugly. It was a bad day for Jesus when I was still alive on the third day after my sacrifice, so I don't know about Jesus. I heard these entities talking the other day, to this curator, asking him, how did you come up with the Jesus story? So you take that as it resonates for you. We've got caught red-handed, Page of Cups. Trying to, harvest a midnight hour, harvest a sacral chakra out of a sleeping person or something? Did they try to come in and do an energy harvest? They've been defeated. They hit a dead end. They got 10 swords in their back. You're choosing yourself. You're walking away. Death, good luck, perseverance, discernment. You're trusting the actions and you're calming the thoughts. The light is ahead. Yeah, so it's the end of a cycle. You need sleep. These people have been operating in your consciousness your whole life, bringing towers to the mental bodies of the people. They've been using your mind to gain access to the celestial realms and bring war there against the people. It's time to go outside and take a break from that shit. Let it go. Cut them out. They got to come out. We got to let it go. And lower your expectations. Peace starts here. Pause. Breathe. Relax. Got too many tabs open. Too many phony balonies got access to your mind. It's absurd. Drawing you into their delusion, their freaking wacky world, So be patient and just keep going. And stop overthinking. That's that stuff. That's those thoughts that they force through the mind, trying to keep you separate from your light body, receiving source-connected information. They got to keep your mind full so that you can't focus on this silent communication. They need you to sacrifice this to them in favor of this and this. And it's like, no. We're not going to do that. You are enough. You're source connected, and these people don't know what the F they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They've been wearing your honor while you celebrate small wins. Look, small wins. We're hitting restart. So, they're upset. They need to do a sacrifice. They need to do it in the 3D. They got to desecrate the organs, cut the legs off. They got to do, I don't know, fancy reverse South Node Egyptian freaking wacky stuff, man. I don't know. It sounds really bad. I'm so tired of listening to these midnight gremlins talk in such a fashion, man. It's terrible. And I'm laying there for like the last hour listening to it. And I'm like, guys, I'm just going to get up and talk about it because it's ridiculous. I mean, it would be great if I could tap into somebody's freaking great idea about some sunflower garden, how beautiful it is, but no, I got to listen to this. But I suppose that's part of my job as a temperance angel, to detect this kind of disturbance so that Prime Source Creator and the universal power can handle it, manage it, close the tab, shut it down so that it doesn't interfere with this. You're a celestial being. You deserve better. You're here to share your light with the world, not chaos that they've been filling you with. It's crazy, man. Look, and we got both male and female here. You're walking away from these people who don't have any love in them. Because you are the celestial beings. And these guys, you know, they lost you. So they're talking about doing a 3D thing. So you're going to need to, I don't know, make sure you're talking to God, or make sure that your connection here is solid, you know. So, you know, they just don't want to let go. And they got all these heinous, malicious, freaking crimes in mind. You know, it's wacky. They're in a nightmare and anxiety over losing you. The history of neglect is like, and the rose, sacrificing the rose. We're going to do less, sacrificing the minds and the hearts and the lives of the rose. It's wicked, man. And they're in these traditional robes. I think God might be here saying, because you got this and this, they're clashing. And I think God might actually be here whipping their ass, telling you that it's not your problem. They keep using you as an intercessor. The other day, I heard a masculine say, she died for your sin unnecessarily. Meaning, it doesn't matter how many sacrifices they do, they're not going to avoid their debt, their karmic return. Your non-traditional ways of thinking are reducing anxiety in the hearts and the emotional body and the minds of the people. You are restoring hope. You're removing the nightmare out of the minds of people, the fear, the oh God, by letting, just speaking on and showing up every day, letting folks know, you know, you're protected from these wacky ways and these people who insist that you fall under their wing. And this is what it is. You're not bowing to them. Have you heard that before? You're not bowing to them. Who were the players supposed to be, angels? Who were the players supposed to be that you did not bow to? That have been in this energy for so long. Yes, Rosicrucians, it's exactly, that came up a few months back. I hadn't thought of them. I mean, it could be a factor. There's so many of these people out there, man. It's wild. Snake. So you're bringing hope. You're easing the anxiety that this liar, this poisonous fear-mongering snake is bringing to the minds of the people. With their sacrifice, their suffering, their brutalization of purity. So there was a Page of Swords, really going for it, and a Knight of Pentacles too, and a Queen of Wands. So we got a party of three here who were not able to complete a cycle. They made very little progress. Could be that they're troubled. They might be mentally troubled. They're expecting that the charity, or there's a lot of charity coming into this community from the Empress. Slowing down time. Slowing down the muncher. Slowing down the muncher. Do it, do it, do it, go, 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 do it, go, go, go. Don't think, don't relax. Oh my God. You gotta be this. You gotta be in this energy. You gotta be in this energy. You gotta be in chaos all the time. You gotta prove that that's who you are, because that's who they say you are, but that's not who you are. This is who you are. You're not that other stuff. And they're so mad because you're free, and it's so obvious that that's not what you are. And they're like, oh no, they're like, they got to do it in the 3D now. They got to go desecrate the freaking organs and cut the legs off. They got to stop your movement. I don't know how they do that. I mean, they're talking about the 3D physicality because all their magic doesn't work or whatever. Tabby, slowing down. The criminal behavior is a forbidden love. Consuming you within time, within this matrix. They know exactly what they want to do. And I guess so do others. I don't know, man. Apparently they've gotten away with this for thousands of years, and they may. I just don't know. But apparently this is a final reset. I don't know. It could be the ultimate sacrifice. But the Queen of Heaven is free, and so is the daughter. So there's no reason for the Celestial Father not to go full out. So there's an 8 of Swords here. They're being bound for their trickery, for their deceit. They could be losing access to water. But they are trying again. And it's not going to work. If somebody, they're all out there talking, they're like desperate. She's so beautiful. She's this, she's that, she's powerful, she's source connected, she's got this, she's got that. They're desperate to gain a new identity, a new ladder, a new bridge. This Ace of Swords is here. Withdrawal, detachment. So, yeah, so because of the truth coming out that this Earth Angel is speaking, there is a withdrawal of friendship. Nobody wants to work with this King of Cups in the reverse anymore. He's angry because he's a fake. And everybody can see it. He's a fake. He's been harvesting everybody's energy and faking like he's an innocent fucking celestial being, and he's not. He's a fraud. There's a King of Cups in the reverse. He has no love in him. Nobody wants to deal with him anymore. So we've got the Nine of Wands here. You could be battle worn. It's time to heal. It's like, man, come on, man. And it's like, this is not your problem. It could be that God's here saying this isn't your problem. It could be that the problems of this church or whatever this is, it's not your problem. They're not able to bind you. They want to. They want to fight with you. They've been beating you up, Rose. It's like, stop, man. Just stop. Fuck. It's not your problem. It could be that you've done some investigation on a clown. And there's a commitment, a protection, and ascension. You're being promoted. There's not going to be any more of this harvesting, drinks, and then reckless sex and harvesting. Yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. Yeah, there's a commitment here, a promise for you to ascend. You have investigated the clown, and this is ending. The clown has been harvesting people and then pretending that the energy belonged to them, but they can't create the energy in and of themselves. All they can do is sacrifice angels and then drink the blood, eat the flesh. That's all they can do, and then say, oh, I'm an angel. But if they become one, then why do they have to keep consuming them? It's a fallacy, man. It's a lie. It's a fucking clown show. They got caught red-handed. And these romance scammers are defeated. They've reached a dead end. Because you're choosing yourself in divine timing. You're allowed to come first. It's divine timing. Your source connected celestials, you don't have to bow to this script reader. Death is here. It's the end of a cycle. They gotta let you go. Everybody's entering into their destiny, their fate. The chips will fall where they may. You're persevering through this. You're very courageous, and they don't like that about you. They mentioned it this morning. They don't like your courage. They want to silence you, Rose. They're running away from the light. They're trying to keep away from the light. So it could be that you're eagerly waiting for somebody to arrive. It could be a miracle, somebody that you might know from the past. You might have had to separate in order to survive or do something, and we're letting go of this uninvited guest who has been, who's a forgotten person, who's been performing a woman's soul song. This person, this fraudulent clown who's been harvesting sacrifices and singing like an angel. You've done your investigation on these things binding people. They're bound. They need you there to fuel their. They can't drink you. They can't drink your fluids. They need it. And they're going to try again. It's not going to work out. They swear that there's medicine that is needed and that weakens you. And if they get a hold of you, they can cut all those medicines out, bring a temple failure, and then attach themselves to your energy better. They're very strategic regarding their poisoning and weakening tactics. But anytime that you counter it with herbal plant medicines, health care system, things that bring actual healing to the temple, they get very upset. So they all agree that they're allowed to poison you, but they also say you're not allowed to use herbs and foods and whatever else to heal you. And so they're arguing about this fact. They insist that because you're using plants to bring temperance to your vessel, that they deserve to harvest you, heal, and consume you and save their own ass. The problem is that they're poisoning you. If they're intentionally poisoning you, then you have the opportunity to intentionally heal yourself. And for them to try to trap you in this fucked up loop of traditional values that they have regarding your worthiness for moving on or not, it doesn't apply to you. It's like your issue is not my issue, man. Your source is connected. You've been doing research on the sacrificial process of this clown who's been lying about everybody, dedicating himself to the snake. Oh yes, they want to get this temperance angel, and well, they gotta do a thing. How did I get that one up there? They're in their head. They're in their head about the rose. They can't sacrifice you. They're having trouble sacrificing roses. You're doing less computer work. You might not be talking to people on the internet. Maybe they can't get on there. They're in their head. They're overthinking. They can't sacrifice you. They're thinking about they just don't want to let you go. They're in a nightmare. They're freaking psycho. And this is how they feel their life. This is how they save themselves, is by sacrificing temperance angels. The temperance angels were here to be a light upon the earth. And these guys decided that they were going to use the light upon the earth as an intercessor rather than a teacher. As an energy supply rather than a celestial gift of health and well-being. Your personal beliefs regarding celestial wisdom and those connections ease anxiety and bring hope to people who have been lied to about this snake. They were lied to. They were convinced that they had to sacrifice the light body, that their inner divine, in order to gain access. They had to bind themselves. And that's just so messed up, man. Healed, not hooked. And the illusions have cracked about the lies. And this may be the legacy that you're leaving behind, Angel, that you have open the eyes of maybe your own survival. Sharing a story, blocked AF. The snake is being blocked AF. They're so angry they want to dismember this temperance angel and desecrate every organ. Isn't that something? That's what I woke up to listening to. It's so pleasant. I just love this life. Every night I get to listen to these masculines of authority speak in such a manner, mostly about women and children. Have you ever had one fresh? Yeah. Talking to the void. They're being tormented. We got talking to the void. They could be troubled by whoever they sent to the void. They might be getting a lot of mental issues, tormented. They might be getting tormented by those that they sacrificed to the void. Again, block and bless. So we got charity, generosity in the community from the Empress. The Empress is here. She's back home. She's slowing down the time munchers, those wasteful things that don't really matter. These forbidden, taboo things that gather your attention and say, oh, lust, come here. You better do it quick. Oh my goodness, come here, darling. Take a breath. This was forbidden for them to harvest sexual energy and use people like this. One of the things that they're in trouble for is masturbation dreams and actual dream lovers who molest people in their sleep and then fake like they had a real relationship, like they actually slept with somebody and that there was ever an agreement and a contract. They've been doing this for centuries, man. Manipulating people in their dream state with masturbation inclinations and literal dream lovers. They molest your angel while you're sleeping. And they fuck up your whole world. And guess what? You deserve better. They keep you in cycles of love. Or empty love, and it's like, get out of here, man. We're walking away from that. It's like, just go away, get the fuck away. Maybe you did walk away from it. You trust yourself. You deserve better. You're like, hey, Mom, I don't need you to be sitting here yelling in my face. Block and bless. They're real mad. They're getting blocked AF. They got to send in SWAT. They're like, I don't care how many you send in. Just send as many as necessary. You know, and they're talking about the physical strength of a woman and, you know, all that stuff that they need to freaking talk about before they go do a thing, I suppose. Well, I don't know if yours did, Trinity, but some have. If you've had a dream lover, yes, your angel is molested. Harvested by somebody who never plans on showing up in your 3D experience. They rolled the dice, so they didn't get to drink your waters, your fluids. They're being bound for this to see. They're not able to drink your waters. They're trying again. Rolling the dice. It could be that the gamble that they're taking is backfiring and it's they themselves who are being bound, or it just simply didn't work. It's not going to work. We have the truth here. And people are withdrawing from this King of Cups with no love. He's feeling violent. He's a wicked boy who fakes it. He harvests people and angels' energy. He's a regular blood spiller and consumer of it, the power of the sacrificed rose. And then he goes around. He's been misguiding people for a long time. His whole group here has lost privileges due to his practices. They're very upset. They got to get this sacrifice back. There is no response left on red. Like, nobody wants to talk to this fella, man. They know what he wants. Battle ready, battle warned. Stop, time to heal. It could be that God is here, or it could be that this traditional system of enslaving the light body in people is no longer your problem. You're just done with it. It could be that you were sent here to investigate this clown. And that you are protected and there is commitment to your ascension. You have a guarantee. Whether these guys like it or not, the celestials of the universe want you there. And these guys are talking at their gate saying, oh no, they can't go through. So they're talking about dismemberment and desecration of the organs and all this shit. God is listening to these performers, these religious performers, and they're burning the bridge. Because of their toxic ties, they keep deleting you. And it was never love. It was always enslavement. Because they needed your glow in order to live. And they wanted to silence you. They didn't want anybody to hear you. They've been doing this to you over and over and over again, violating you sexually as a younger person. Every lifetime, the monster comes back. Burn the bridge. They got caught red-handed with their romance scam. They're being defeated by a 10 of swords because you chose yourself in divine timing. You know, it's been thousands of years, and it may have taken you a long time to evolve through this ensnarement. But you woke up differently. Your soul came back online. You chose yourself. And because you did, you walked away from these shady ass romance scammers. Like, I'm done. You got celibate energy, and they've been harvesting your sacral and then violating or prostituting themselves and trying to cast the deceitful illusion that you were that. They're discovered. That's not working. They need to actually do it in the physical space. The Royal Mother said to be prepared. They won't survive. These people will not obtain you. Whatever that means, man. All I'm doing is reporting on this story, and I'm very happy every time I get to sit before you. Whether I'm wacky or frustrated or calm or whatever it is. These people are in regret for playing with you. They're running away. The light is ahead. They're running away. They're in regret for playing with your mind. You're a sacred, they mess with the daughter of the Queen of Heaven and the Celestial Father. At least that's what the messaging is saying. The first woman is out there somewhere who was the first woman consumed the apple to gain the knowledge of wisdom and death and Yeah, they had to eat the fucking angel that was here to guide them, and they did it right a fucking way. And they used this person's energy to bring destruction to the world, man, while blaming them, a female. Name her what you will. And Eve, apparently, or if that's what you want to call her, the replacement, apparently they're over there, she's over there in the other space tormenting everybody because she's been cut out of this angel's energy. They weren't able to successfully sacrifice the angel. She's freaking out about your confidence. And when they unalive this temperance angel, they're saying that this freaked out copycat or whatever has to be present so they can get into the body. They're talking about the gentle unaliving. They want to retake the body. I don't know if this sacrifice is happening in the spirit where they want to do this defilement. I don't know, man. They're freaking wacky. God is fed up with this shit, man. You're fed up with this shit. You deserve better. This is your energy, your light, your gold, and everybody else is so pissed off about your power. And it's like, but it's not your power. It's the power that flows universally through the celestial body. If you're a member of the celestial family, it's just a natural part of existence. And these low-life sacrificers, these people who demand that they should possess and control your essence, they keep doing that shit. And it's like, nah, I'm out of your mind. I'm out. God is fed up with this stuff. These people were supposed to be guiding them, but instead, little Mr. whatever the hell, he gained his authority fraudulently by sacrificing the temperance angel that he was left to guide him. And he's been doing it ever since, gluttonously. These men, this is the way they do it. And they like it when they're brand new, fresh out of the womb. It's their most favorite thing, man. They're sick. They want to leave you alone. They don't want anybody hearing you. They don't want you to talk. They don't want you to bring influence to the world. They don't want anybody to see you. They want people paying attention to these other things. These people who don't say anything at all, they just bring chaos. There's no love in them. They need your mind in chaos so that you won't go to the other side. And God is fed up. He's been watching these people play with your mind for a couple years now. And this is going away. These people are quite upset about it. They're losing their access to the celestial kingdom, which is here and here. They're always poking us with ice picks here to shatter the heart chakra, to drain the love out of us, to make us want to fight and argue. Feelings. They're in their head. They got to do less sacrificing. They can't get in people's heads. It's like there's black magic over some of these stuff online. And they've been sacrificing people that way. I got pulled into it and I brought attention to it. Yeah, so they got feelings. They're all up in their head, stressed out. They got to capture you again, Rose. They've lost you. Your non-traditional approach to wisdom is easing anxiety. Hope exists. The snake lied. They're being blocked AF. Everybody is aware they were lied to. You're healed, not hooked. You're free. Realize, can see. Who's God protecting you? Is bringing clarity. And some of these attacks are so atrocious. My apologies. You know, when I get on here, sometimes when Spirit is coming through and I get this ice pick to the heart and I'm sitting here live streaming, it's, you know, it's not fun, man. I'm not going to sit here and go all monotone and pretend I'm a dead woman. Oh, no. I'm not going to do that because I'm not. This world requires song. And you got monotone, hypnotic freaking word magicians out there claiming that your emotional status is too out of control and therefore it must be toned down. Creation comes through song, frequency of a temperance angel, moving, speaking being in the world. And they got to tone it down. You cannot be singing your song. The snake has told too many lies, man. They've been dressing people up in panties and in your energy and putting them on stage before millions while they hump the air or something. I don't know. And they said that that was you. Come on, man. Blocked AF, man. They're losing connection to your consciousness. They're no longer going to be able to use your mind as a bridge and a connector to the celestial realms. Blocked AF. You're healed, not hooked, from those who are bumping heads. So nobody's managing your mind for you. Nobody's doing anything. And now they lost control and they got to get it back. Look here. I went to the darn store the other day and they had saltwater taffy. It's good. I think I need a piece. They do that. Usually I only get it when I go to the beach, but man, they sold it at the store. So they're being tormented. By people that they sacrificed, that they said they loved, they gained contract with, in the void. These people tormented, sacrificed people. They made very little progress, and now it's like they're being tormented by the people they sacrificed. They swore they loved. Their mental body is filled with this shit now. No love. These powers and principalities protecting these people, they're very eager to rebind you. You're their energy source. It's the only way they can pretend that they belong in the energy of an angel. It's been happening for thousands of years. Apparently I and many others have been tortured to death many times. It may happen again. I don't know, man. But I'm moving forward believing this. 100% clown. 100%. I heard, but this light is coming home with me, and they will be put back together, and nothing you do will change that. So they're trying, and they're talking about it, but they're not going to survive. Trying to tell you, because I'm a decent person, I implore you to love your life. You've burning the bridge for Jezebel. This church has been sacrificing angels and replacing them with Jezebel, binding people here, sending Jezebel on up, and you've done the research. And now Jezebel has burned the bridge. The people that are there falsely under somebody else's energy and identity. Apparently not too many good things are happening there. And you have a commitment. Your protector is committed to getting you home. And there's that song. I know who I want to take me home. I am so surprised so many of you are up this morning. Wow. Have you been up all night? Anyhow, we got caught red-handed Mr. Romance trying to get an energy harvest. They're being defeated here with the 10 of Swords. You're choosing yourself. You're allowed to come first. This is divine timing. You woke up different. The energy shifted and your soul came back online. You got somebody there spying on you from secret accounts. Somebody watching you choose yourself. It's like people are being tested. Will they choose themselves? They know, I mean, like I know, and the temperance angels, they know when their source connected. And this snake has been, you know, burning women, especially women, alive who dare to talk about it, who dare to exercise their source connected love with this light. And men too. They want us under their control, their command. They want us sacrificing our light to them so that but God is like, what the fuck? These are my celestial children. What are you doing here, clown? Oh, well, there's something seriously wrong with her. Yeah, you're doing magic, trying to sacrifice them on live stream. I mean, yeah, man. You continuously trying to unalive people with your magic, and it's tiring. Yeah, man. We got issues with that. And apparently so does God. So we sing song little temperance angels who are here to sing our song. Yes. Woo, woo, woo. It brings forth the color, darling. And these ones are so upset about that. They would rather have Jezebel wearing your face, your energy, and just fuck everybody. But that's not who you are. You're here to sing your song. You're not here to get up on stage and gyrate before millions. You're here to walk through the forest and touch the trees and maybe drink some fresh water and whatever, you know, sing a song. Interact. The energy, which is here to bring life in symbiosis harmoniously, right? They want you here, not here. So, secret accounts, so they see that you woke up differently. They're admiring or upset about your courage and the way that you keep speaking, and they keep trying to hurt you, and you're just like out there like this. Well, if you're like me, it's been going on over 20 years, and you just kind of... I'm just glad I don't have to be silent about it anymore, man. I had to be silent for like 20 years, and the last 3 years or so, I've been... Spirit gave me permission to talk about it. They said I didn't have to hide anymore. So here I am, you know. Somebody, the light is ahead, and somebody's running away, and they're in regret over playing with your emotions regarding marriage. The light is ahead, and somebody is running, and they're in regret over playing with your emotions regarding marriage. They did not take union's sacred celestial union, divine union, seriously. They treated you like sacrificial bedroom trash. Like you didn't matter. Like the only thing you had of value was the energy. And the only way that they can keep you from going back home is to desecrate and defile you endlessly. And they're planning on doing it in the 3D. Now, I heard the divine masculine state that their intentions shall be their gift. And God's listening to everybody. So You know? I mean, people are getting readings, they might be running, worried about you because you're saying goodbye. But the truth has got them blocked. Look, people are saying goodbye to them. You've illuminated the truth and they're getting blocked. They're so mad. They want to capture you, defile you, desecrate you, and then trap you here. They need to eat you. Your family. It's too late for family. It's too late for whatever family dynamic this was. We got secret. Wherever you're moving on to, it's a secret. You're free. And they're ashamed of this no strings attached bullshit. This harvesting. They're getting arrested for what they have done to the queen bee. The queen bee is rejecting them and they're getting arrested. She's like, I'm not serving you anymore. You know, you've sacrificed me over and over and over and over, stolen my honor over and over and over and over. They have no idea what happens to the magistrate, the queen bee, that queen of heaven, whatever. They're targeting some titan woman out there in some other dimension. They think they know who this person is here in the 3D. You know, a channeler, whatever the hell is picking up on the story. Perhaps me. Maybe they want to take me out. They want to silence me because they don't want anybody having hope that the snake is being blocked. They're like, don't talk about it. They're all up in their feelings. Last night, that's all I heard was this guy being reprimanded. The energy was never his. The authority was never his. He's been sacrificing innocent purity, girls and boys, doing heinous things to them to defile and desecrate them so that they could not gain their celestial connections with heart and soul and source. They wanted to separate you, block you, so that you would be ignored. It's terrible, man, but you're listening. God knows about the memories. They're looking at the history. They see everything that these people have done to the daughter of the sun, to the or the son of the sun, celestial ones, prodigal sons. God's fed up with these people feeding on you. I heard at the beginning of this, I'm no longer feeding you, you're on your own. So it's like the celestials have been freed. The curse was broken. So there's no longer feeding. Final reset. They're desperate to recapture this person that you are protecting. They're very upset. God's fed up with you getting stranded, left alone by people who have no love in them. You're coming together. God is fed up with you being apart. You got these nasty asses pretending to be godly men and fucking clowns and camouflage. They bound themselves to some black hole soul and they've been feeding it. Us, temperance angels. It's so messed up, man. And you're tired. It's time to heal, man. They've been draining the light out of our soul, making us sick. We only live, they give us a specific lifespan, but they drive us into sickness with their poisoning, like I'm eating right now, saltwater taffy. Oh, chemicals, real good for a light body. Everybody's eating chemicals. So they're going to have to do less sacrificing because you were bringing yourself into balance. You did the work. They're in their head and stressed out, in their feelings because of your the patient realignment of the rose. Took many life cycles, but finally you did it. It's so funny when somebody says you're certifiably something, but they're just a nincompoop mouth and they have no medical ability or inclination whatsoever. They just like to talk smack, man. Mouth. That's what this is. They like to entangle you in their drama. Argue, mouth. Entangle me. Come into this thing with me. Come into here. Come here. They want you there. And you're like, man, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. They're blocked AF. They're a liar. Turtle. That was cute. That was a cute turtle. I didn't know they had turtles. The past. So, real eyes. So the snake is being blocked. The stories you're telling are bringing comfort and ease to people's minds. Real eyes can see their real lies, which has been bringing fear and anxiety to people. And you're healed, not hooked. You're detached. You're free from these people of the past who had been bumping heads. Now, I still hear these nasty asses talking about sacrificing. It could be me. I don't know who these people are. Maybe they did it long time ago and they refused to let go. And I'm like, right here in the challenge position, there is a cannot let go, Nine of Swords nightmare, history of neglect of the rose. They can't sacrifice you. So yeah, you're healed and not hooked. And real eyes see their real lies. Everybody can see the false reporting. Ooh, watermelon. How cute. So we had a Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. They were not able to complete the cycle. They made very little progress. They could be having some kind of mental torment by those that they sacrificed to the void. Lying about marriage proposals or loving them at all. They needed a relationship in order to gain a sacrifice, a proper sacrifice, and now they're being mentally tormented by those people. They're going to be laid to rest. They could be these dead people that they laid to rest, that they tormented and then sacrificed into the void. This third party whore, whatever the hell, murder fest. It's so fucked up, man. So there is a Six of Pentacles charity here for the Empress, and she's slowing down time. She's slowing down this rush. There's no more rush. We're not in a hurry to get anywhere. There's this criminal behavior with this third-party whoring, this weird binding of people in the rainbow covenant by hijacking their heart chakra, by breaking your heart and then shattering it and stepping in as the identity. It's so freaking whack. Circle. Trust yourself. Oh, what this circle. So we are blocking and blessing. And there's a boundary, a circle boundary. We've got Eight of Swords. Somebody's feeling like a victim. Somebody's feeling bound or trapped in this web of deceit, this trickery. Somebody might be trapped by trickery. We've got drink the water in the reverse, and we've got try again, but that we have also got failure. So they're rolling the dice, and they're taking a gamble. Maybe they did, and we've got it wasn't love. It was entrapment, ensnarement, enslavement, isolation. This is their thing. What they want to do, they want to bind this temperance angel here. There's two of you there, masculine, feminine. Check. Attack. Well, the truth is out, and we've got a withdrawal of friendship from the King of Cups reverse. Nobody wants to talk to him. He's a faker. He's been gathering energy of sacrificed innocent and pure souls after tormenting them, and then leaving them on red, silencing them. The temperance angels. He's been wearing their energy, presenting as that, destroying the world, the planet, and all life upon it with harvested energy that he was not granted permission to wear or use by the universe, by the cosmos, by the prime creator. They've been harvesting innocent angels, demanding that they bow to their instruction. Give them their light. Bind themselves to them. And you're like, hey, that's not my problem, man. I'm sorry you got your shit going on, but you're a clown, man. It's a freaking, look, it's a clown. It's a performance. You don't want to play that game anymore with this clown. Jezebel burned the bridge because this clown, this religious clown, kept stopping people and hurting them, disemboweling them, whatever the fuck they were doing at the gate, and then replacing them with Jezebel. They burned the bridge. Yeah. So anybody that's there wearing another angel's energy is getting kicked out. They need this Jezebel present when they go to terminate this temperance angel. They need to desecrate all of the organs and remove the legs and all this shit in order to make this transfer work. But love has been offered to... Look, man, you guys are... I mean... Every curse and binding that they had upon the original people is off. They've been reestablished and re-energized, healed. They have history. Now, these guys are saying, you know, if you have... what do they call it? Malice or whatever. So these are the snakes up there, and they're saying if you have malice or any kind of hard feelings, you can't be in that place. And it's like, look, man, these people get up there and they pretend and they wear sacrificed angel energy and they pretend that they are this sweet thing, but it's a lie, man. They're malice. They're wearing sacrificed angelic energy. They're wearing the mental body, the mind of an angel that they sacrificed in the past. who is no longer hooked. Fucking high priestess, man. This nasty ass Jack has been sacrificing this high priestess, temperance angel, over and over and over again, wearing the identity, the authority of. And he says she needs to be innocent, and they're told we're going to keep going back to this. Thousands of years ago, when they deceitfully convicted her of their crime and then tortured her to death, followed by thousands of years of torture and driven into perhaps criminal behavior. They were living vicariously through her, driving her mind with the towers that they have out there. And then they were convicting this person of that. But you're here. You did your research. And God said this light is going home with him, and there is nothing that these ones are going to do about it. Right now, they're planning a very heinous 3D torture fest for a high priestess, temperance angel, celestial daughter, who thinks differently. They say that they have the right to harvest her and save themselves if she's using medicine. And God is saying, you poisoned her, and she has the right to heal herself. She's not taking opiates or some prescription, whatever that shit that the drugs that they sell. She's not doing that. This high priestess has a guaranteed exit. Her protector has a guaranteed exit. This clown keeps trying to kill these people. Last night, I heard that's the last time you try to sacrifice my wife. These people offered love, or they offered, so the sacrifice was to the underworld, but the celestial Father had purified, right? So when they did the sacrifice, it was seen very clearly that you were loved. You're not these heinous things that these people have trying to layer you in, blame you for. God sent you to go get tested, and you were proven. You passed the tests. And you've got these nasties out there that are furious about it, and they want to get you back. So they got to go do some heinous thing. But God's here looking at the snake, blocked AF. We got blocked AF. They will not be drinking your waters if they keep trying. Temperance. Your temperance Your soul came back online. You woke up differently. These people think that because you're innocent, they have the right to sacrifice you and save themselves if you have medicine, if you need medicine. The problem is they poisoned everybody and then said everybody needed medicine so that they could find a loophole and just harvest every fucking body. And they've been doing it for lifetimes. Intentionally sickening the body and the mind so that they can have the excuse to claim the light within them. There's death. So it's like Jezebel burned the bridge. It's like the celestial father offered death, the underworld, love, and ascension. You got a new family, tribe of jaguar, lion, and these people are like, they're like, oh fuck, and now they want to come after this energy again. They want to reclaim this temperance angel away from the underworld. The shadow, the sacred shadow, and the sacred light are in union. Temperance. Powerful sacred light. Powerful sacred shadow. In union. Tempered. Full of light. Full of celestial light. Two temperance angels that had been sacrificed have been freed and are together. God said he's fed up with them being stranded and not coming together. He said, that's enough, you assholes. He's tired of, he's like, look, walk away from this shit. He's like, no more, no more. For my temperance angels, you're not going to give them empty love and argument and chaos and shit. You're not going to do that anymore. God is fed up with these celestial beings being stranded. Now, these entities out there say they got to get you back the old-fashioned way. But God says you deserve better, and you're going to get it. God is here, and now people are saying, well, what God? Well, how about the whole fucking pantheon that is in part or in bed with the bark beetle? Take it however it resonates for you, man. It's life. It's the universal energy that's holding the fabric of the cosmos together. And you want to sit there and pick and choose which fabric has value. Come on, man. It's all one fucking fabric. And these people have been throwing everything off by harvesting celestial beings who are here to bring healing, stability, temperance. They've been consuming them relentlessly and sacrificing them through suffering and then lying about them throughout the cosmos while portraying themselves as a celestial being. They're a clown, gluttonously sacrificing and feeding upon those beings that they've been masquerading as. It's wild. So now, because you're talking about it and they're getting busted, they got to go in and get you in the 3D and do a thing. So I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I wake up to it every day, man. It could happen. I'm still going to talk about it, you nasty asses, because apparently you've sacrificed me and tortured me thousands of times before. Fuck off! That's the eternal rebellious soul. Prisoner warden. There's endings here. This is the end of a cycle. You're entering a period of good luck. You're getting the wheel of fortune. You persevered through these challenges. You persevered over death itself. And now death has been offered love. Lion and Jaguar are in union. You guys, They think they're going to get it back. We got inspiration. Somebody's inspired by you. Somebody's inspired by the way you're ripping everybody's masks off. Their masks are falling. And that's what happens when you start speaking openly about the things that are happening to you. This is my story. When they're picking me in the heart with an ice pick, trying to shatter my heart chakra, I'm going to talk about it, man. I have the right to speak about what they're doing to me. We got boundaries in the secret garden and the abundance that it holds. The mask wearer devils are going away. Because of the history of you bringing balance to yourself, there's what? There's a rebirth. The sun, whom what? May have attacked you and put you to sleep and allowed this religion to take over. I don't know, man. They had a lot of lies, but they've been listening to you while you were in the dark, gaining your wings, looking for the children, the ones who actually are in robes of white, the saints. It could be that they were hidden while listening to everything that was happening to you. You are protected. You are the caretaker. Perhaps you do have a caretaker, or maybe you are childlike and grounded. Innocent, pure. They say she has to be innocent, and it's like she has childlike qualities or innocent qualities. When you are sacrificed to this dark space and you're transmuting death energy on the regular, it takes time to get through the suffering of it and then start practicing on how to expand your light and encompass the darkness. Man, I had to do this for freaking decades, man. It was terrible. You gotta, it's very, very difficult. You have to, especially when they're sucking the light out of you, you have to work double time to expand your light, your happiness, and then encompass this death energy that they keep putting into you and say, transmute, right? Over and over and over again. You have to, right? Bring it in. You have to care for yourself, your heart that they keep shattering, your mind that they keep running insanity through. You had to recreate yourself. And they got opinions about that. You're a creator, a creatress, and you're speaking up about the gatekeepers and what they've been doing to the teachers. The celestial temperance, powerful sacred light and sacred shadow, here to teach. They've been consuming them, replacing them with Jezebel, and fucking everybody's energy up. They're uneasy. You're making your move. They're uneasy because you're making a move back to the community and you are strong. Especially when it comes to the shadow. You bring joy. And now things are falling apart, man. Because of the protection that the healer It is bringing the knowledge about the protection that the healer is bringing. These ones don't want you to know how to protect yourself from their attacks. They want your heart light. They want your inner sun. They want you bound. And you're like, hey, look, man, your problems ain't my problems. Because in past lives, they kept you apart from your person. These men playing all holy wisdom, fucking with your mind. There's forgiveness for what has been going on in your mind. They've tried to tear you apart. You're kind. You're generous. You've proven yourself. You've passed all the tests. They're desperate to get you back. They got to desecrate and defile you. That's the only way they can keep you out of the heavens. They got to get a hold of you to do that. The problem with that is that you are in union with death. You are life and you are death. You are light and you are shadow. You are she who gives permission to be with your womb, or the universe, I guess, would reject whatever energy was trying to move through your temple and the energy that the universe gave you to wear. So I don't know, man. It's kind of like you're in service to the universe and its flow here, sharing the energy that it has chosen you to embody. And you got these nasty ass sacrificial robe wearing clowns that work with Jezebel and, you know, this other entity that sacrifices true angels that they want to eat you again. They want to drink your blood and eat you. Angel. You're walking away from those who do not have love in them. God is fed up with you two being stranded. He brought you together. These ones are like, they've been keeping you apart for centuries, and God said no more. That's it, man. He's fed up. This is your last lifetime cycle here. They will not hold you, trap you, keep you. Absolutely not. God is fed up with it. They're gonna, you know, they're going up against Prime Source Creator and the entirety of the upper dimensional soprano gods and goddesses, the whole pantheon of the celestial sacred light and sacred shadow. And I guess, thank you for charms, I guess the higher you go, the bigger the boogeyman gets. So these guys, you know, they've been able to kick our ass in the 4D and in the 3D real good, because we've been real messed with, you know? But the celestial realms see the truth of what they've been doing. They've been filing false reporting, and now all of the truth is out because you're not afraid to speak it, and they could not unalive you with their magic. It was very weak against the protection that you were offered, so they're quite mad. There's a divorce. They're going to do less sacrifices. They're going to get a divorce. They're all up in their feelings over your patient realignment. They're in their head, stressed out. They're getting cut off. God don't like ugly, man. God don't like identity thieves. God don't like nasty ass bitches, Jezebels, coming up there and marrying divinity while latching onto them with their little devil attachments and shit. Burning the bridge. There's some serious issues here, man. And they want vengeance on the temperance angel, you and me, or whoever the hell. Yeah, they're getting divorced. Because they're not the real angel. It's clear by your realignment, they're not the real angel. They sacrificed you. And left you alone. They want to do it again. She apparently needs to be present when it happens. When they release your soul, your identity, your energy, and all that stuff, this bitch needs to be present. so they can capture it and stick it in her or something. I don't know, whatever the fuck. They don't care who they sleep with. They bump heads with every fucking buddy. It's a principality in a flesh suit that they just inhabit. One gal was like, I don't want to wear that bottom. So they inhabit other people's bodies. They're body snatchers. But these two are together. And as many lies and illusions are being cast, the patterning has already been mapped. The actions speak louder than words. Are you able to bring temperance to yourself? So if you are, then what you got here is you got a beautiful pairing, a match. Those who kept sacrificing in the past, this power of 3, whatever the hell, with fake proposals, gold digger, they're being tormented, they're being laid to rest. They got to go deal with all of these people that they've been sacrificing. They've been complaining about, there's so much poverty. Yeah, gold digger, the whole bunch of you. This is a gold digger that has been stealing the life of temperance angels, celestial beings, spending their life force energy trying to get to the kingdom. Gold digger. They wanted the gold out of you. They did not get the energy. And now they're being tormented by everybody that they had sacrificed. The charity here belongs to the creatress or the creation empress, who is here slowing down the clock munchers. Those who steal your time, your life force, your attention, who keep you running, rather than connecting with your creator. They're real mad. These guys are real mad. They're like, oh no, bitch, you're not going to talk. They're going to come in and they're going to do a bad thing. Bad man. Liar. So it was taboo. It was a forbidden crime. They were not supposed to be doing this. They're getting blocked and blessed. Boundaries are up. And this whole circle of people are liars, man. They're getting blocked. They're real pissed. They need to gain this energy back. Somehow, some way. 8 of Swords being bound. They're a deceiver, trickster. They can't drink your water. They're losing rights to water. But they're trying again. We got failure. We got roll the dice in reversed because it wasn't love. It was control. They isolated you. They gambled you. And the gamble, they lost their gamble. They wanted to control you. And they lost. They lost the game. And now now you're done. And they're like, oh, we got to go get this high priestess back, man. You got this arrogant and nasty psycho out there wanting to suck up the gold in your soul. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. The divine is here. Oh, and I'll just let y'all know too, like, I had no control over whether I was going to live or die. The only control, the only thing I had was a moment by moment choice to be 100% present. And survive. It's amazing what you discover about your inner divine when you got all these nasties doing what they do. It could be the Egyptians are being offered these Jezebels. God is throwing them away. They are the new fodder, he said. They want this daughter back. They're angry with God. They want to take vengeance out on this temperance angel. And the thing about it is like, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret this. Well, why, man? Why would the temperance angel, who is moving universal knowledge through in order to bring temperance to the territory, regret this union? Regret being in purpose as a high value, high priestess, temperance angel. Why would they regret their life and their purpose? Not at all. They got rid of this person in the very beginning, and then they created all kinds of shitty ass dumb shit wearing the energy. The Jezebel that they replaced her with is a demoness, a fucking succubus or whatever from the lower realm, not the underworld, some other fucking place, some other principality that they, fallen angel or whatever. They're not part of the sacred shadow, but they will be because they're going to be consumed. They're the new fodder. God isn't going to let them in the house. Apparently they're being unalived or sacrificed. They're the new fodder. Yeah. Anyone doing a love spell on you? Somebody might be trying to do a love spell to offer the underworld you. They don't know that you're already part of that family. This is weird. Getting caught red-handed with their romance scam. Defeated too with the 10 of Swords energy in their back because you're choosing you in divine timing. Perfect timing. Your soul came back up online. The energy is different. You woke up different. You're the temperance angel. All of a sudden it's like, bling! Online. Activated. Choosing yourself. These entities are so mad because the light-filled celestial temperance angels are there. Look, this kind of shit. Bumping heads that they thought was this is what they were being led into, and it's like, this is weird, man. Why would you ever teach that? God doesn't operate like that. Sacred connection isn't like that. You don't need to use love spells when you're dealing with sacred, connected energy. If you're a sacred, connected person. You're very intuitive. You're not ignoring any of the red flags. Your soul came back online. You're bringing endings to this thing. You got good luck coming to you. You persevered through this challenge. Your discernment is online. You have the power to make responsible choices. You're trusting the actions, and words are something else. Now, words are easy, but patterns are something. And this is the thing. Now, you can condemn somebody for their words, especially when whole populations have been dumbed down. These upper dimension, these fucking clowns. They have their script down perfectly. They know exactly how to sound pious and source connected, but they're not. It's all a script. It's all repeated over and over and over again for thousands of years. It's all this ridiculous sacrifice performance bullshit. They're very angry that they're losing their light-bodied puppets. Yeah, people are leaving. You're choosing yourself. The masks are off. I gotta sneeze. So you're setting boundaries in the secret garden regarding marriage. These devils were marrying into the clan that they wished to destroy and drain the value out of. They've been getting away with this. Their favorite weapon of war is relationship and marriage contract, partnership contract. There could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, trying to do magic on you, but you are protected. And somebody else may be making a confession regarding health of a water sign that they're in a commitment with. So take that as it resonates. $9.99. $9.99. Ooh. Thanks everybody for all of your participation. I do hope you've been kind to each other in the comments. I'm sorry I have not been paying much attention. So yes, I woke up to this heinous strategy to do all kinds of evil things in order to regain the energy of a sacrificed high priestess. They need the energy in order to appear as though they're source connected. God is going to fuck these people up so bad. They don't believe they know that you're protected. They haven't been having very much luck, so they know that you're protected. But they feel that they can get into the energy in a 3D way and then do a heinous crime. And put a Jezebel in the identity of. You've been doing the research on this clown high priestess. You've lived through a lot, and you finally evolved enough to encompass the world of darkness that was being forced into you, of this blame and shame by these stupid money worshippers. It's amazing, this black energy that they put into the solar plexus. And I heard Hunter Biden talking about it the other day, how they all have this black blob inside of them. and they gotta get it all. They gotta put it in other people, or they gotta drain other people of their happiness in order to bring temperance to it, because they can't manufacture their own light and then temper it. They've been using temperance angels to do that job, to do that work, to save themselves from it, from whatever this thing is that they all dedicated themselves to. Apparently it's like the Satan or whatever. It's this bottomless black hole soul sucking whatever. I don't know. But they all committed to it, and they say that once it enters your body, all of the light comes out of you. And I think, you know, after Kamala Harris took a thing or whatever, she came out and for one day or whatever, her eyes were completely black. She looked completely different. And then all of a sudden she was, what the hell ever, okay? I'm just saying that that's what I saw. We got celebration here. You're walking away from those who have no love in them. God is fed up. There's a celebration here. You get to divorce those people who have been messing with your head. They're all in their feelings about your patient realignment. They're concerned about, they don't want to let you go. They're in a nightmare over the history of neglect on this rose. Queen of Pentacles, reversed. They got to do less sacrificing, or maybe you're doing less for them. You're patiently realigned. They're in their feelings. They're in their head. They're overthinking about being cut off from you. Secret weapon. You are the secret weapon. They've been divorced and cut off from their secret weapon. This high priestess that they've been sacrificing lifetime after lifetime was their secret weapon, their power source against the celestial body. But the daughter and the queen of heaven has been released, and the jaguar and the lion have been united, and there's extra helpers and protection. The sacred light, the sacred shadow are in union, and they're cleaning this up. They're very angry. They want to get a hold of this high priestess, dismember her, and desecrate her internal organs. All of them, they said. Now, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just saying. I mean, it could be me they're talking about, you know? So whatever. Whatever the F. Fucking zombies. And that's exactly what it is. You know, you hear of people going into the hospital, they have a stroke, and when they come out, all of a sudden they have an insatiable desire for sex. Why? Because they have a zombie attachment. They died. And somebody else is in that body, and they got to go harvest sexual energy. Zombies. Natalie something or other, I was watching her talk about her stroke at the age of 20 the other day, and how now she makes men uncomfortable. She has an endless drive for this harvesting because she had a stroke and was in a coma or whatever, and then she came out of it. She had to teach herself how to talk all over. It was like, I don't know, they were gambling with you. Gold digger gambling with you, like I said. They lost the bet, man. They lost the bet. They made very small progress with their fake I love you bullshit scam artistry, laying people to rest. They got it, their head is filled with all of those sacrifices now that they gambled the lives of. What the hell? You gambled all those lives, and now they all get to drive you insane. I bet that's fun. I've had my turn in it, man. I hope you're the best. You know, you'll come out of it a better person. How about that? You'll come out of it a better person. They missed the deadline for their intercessor, their sacrifice. The whole circle of this person is seen as a liar. This criminal sexual harvesting. They're being blocked. Boundaries are being in place regarding divine feminine. They're being bound for their deceit. They're not going to drink your waters, but they're trying again. And the gamble failed. It wasn't love, it was possession. They wanted you in isolation, and now you get to move on. It's a waste of time. You're unavailable, it's over. They cannot sacrifice you. They're a bunch of zombies, man. They're actually like dead people's snakes. You get to move on. Your twin flame is here to get you. Oh, and speaking of that, it's so cool, man. So I saw, literally, it was really nice, by the way. I saw, it was obviously a man. He was wearing black spandex. And, you know, because men's butts look obviously like a man's butt. The man's butt will never look like a woman's butt. Anyway, he had spandex on, and they had like planets, like all the planetary system was on the spandex, and he was doing like a galactic dance, and his butt muscles were flexing and stuff. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. And I thought, wow, that's a little wacky. Woo! And I thought it reminded me of my video last night where I streamed live, where these people were trying to tap into my heart chakra with the ice pick. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Divine masculine doing the galactic dance. It was cool. Could have been this person. Routinely sacrificing little girls, wearing their energy of the little angels, calling himself sweet and pure, and he's a malicious fucking devil. He's been wearing the identity and the authority of a magistrate, a universal planetary gatekeeper. He never was given permission to harvest this energy. He was never given the authority to wear the high priestess's knowing. They kept sacrificing. What they said 17 times as an infant, numerous times as a child. The fuck is wrong with these people, man? The high priestess, they get you in this space as a child. They know who you are. And it's easy to target children. And that's how these men conquered the sun. They conquered them by destroying their celestial children and their connections to Source Creator. And they unalive every divine high priest or high priestess who speaks the truth about this Source connection and the love that it provides and the power that it infuses us with. And the only reason that they're having so much trouble now is because there's proof of it. Right here, right now. Anyone doing love spells on this union is going to be met with death. They will be sacrificed. Anybody doing love spells to manipulate people ascending will be sacrificed. God is fed up with it. He said you're the new fodder. This is bullshit. If you're wishing to kill somebody with your magic, that's murder, man. Premeditated. It's illegal. It's criminal. You can't say, oh, she needs medicine. I have a right to harvest her and save my life. Dude, you're a premeditated murderer of little girls who didn't do shit wrong to you. And little boys too. They're innocent. They're pure. They did not do anything. And the crimes that they were driven to perform after you did that don't count. They were innocent before you desecrated them and manipulated them. They got caught red-handed. Page of Cups, Mr. Romance, been defeated, Ten of Swords defeated. Choosing yourself. They fell into their own damn trap. Your spirit came back online. You chose yourself. You reconnected to source. You stopped pining after these nasty-ass dicks that would come in and fuck you once in a while and then leave you heartbroken, carrying the burden of all their sin. Sacrificing you. What an a-hole. So, we got boundaries now. You're setting boundaries in the sacred garden. They're bringing an end to this cycle. This false flame going away. Masks are off. There's no light in this creep, and he's been guiding these people in this community for centuries, and that is how he has been looking like God's chosen child. He's been slaughtering the true celestials, and God is fed up. Everybody in this community is losing their opportunity, and they're receiving poverty. They will never find the sacrifice they're looking for. They will never obtain the energy they need to save themselves. God is like, you're fucking on your own, black hole. I don't know what you're gonna do, man. We got power in patience. The gift and the trump card deserve better. The gift and the power deserve better. They're here to uplift everybody, to bring everybody up. And these ones are so pissed off. They say that this woman and this man, that they don't understand what it means when you raise everybody up, when everybody becomes equal, when everybody has value. It's like all of a sudden everybody wants control, and everybody's going to want more, and everybody's going to do this and that. And it's like, you know what? That's their mindset. Limitation, fear. They say if you make people too comfortable, they're going to go ahead and find something to do to disrupt that. And it could be. But they might just find this connection and tune in to the universal flow that they've been given permission to grow with here. What it is that the celestial body has seeded. You got these people, because you had been consumed relentlessly traded your energy in for money, you're getting a new beginning. These people are in danger. They're going to be delivered a fatal blow. Malfunction. You've rooted out the issues from the source. Your suffering has not been for nothing. And you're preserving these delicate beginnings to ensure the future of these celestial beings by addressing the root causes of their failure. You're rejecting people who have stolen the honor of others by copycatting them and making false evidence appear real. Keeping them separate from their divine counterpart. Claiming that it was they who were filled with love, but they overestimated themselves. They weren't expecting you to choose sobriety. They thought they had driven you into misery and that you were drowning your sorrows like everybody else. Now there's an unexpected event because you sought help. Hello out there. Can anybody help me? They made a very unfair assessment of you. They had you on overload. They thought they were going to cause you failure. And now they're peeping, spying. They see that you're doing fine and they're caught in tensions. Jezebel is concerned about your courage. They're being condemned about the third party soul identity theft and the mask wearing comparison bullshit artistry. You broke through. You're breaking the walls built by cultural differences. You broke through. You pushed beyond your comfort zone. And you let everybody know what the Casanova was exploiting every fucking buddy and calling himself successful with his small offering and his money worship. He has nothing to offer anybody except exploitation. What a piece of shit. Oh, I'm the man. I'm the man. Unexpected surprise is they're a fraud. And there's no exit for frauds who abandoned love and used them as a puppet for petty gain while they pushed love up the hill. Yeah, you're going to need a lifesaver, or they're getting a lifesaver. They've got new family ties and they're here connected, and they're okay. They're going to paradise. They're going to paradise. Nothing these do can change that. They're going to prison. And they want to escape. They might want to promote your channel and gain another contract in order to save themselves by draining this digital wealth, but they've got digital detox of the twin flame, the bride. Now, I'm going to have to go because I'm hungry. It's 6:40 a.m. and I need at least coffee. The thing about life is, everybody, is that we got our 7 directions. The north, south, east, west, upper, under, and center. And then we have the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful on all 7 of those directions. Our inner diamond has 28 facets. At least that's how I see mine. My heart, my soul, my light. Ooh, shining, shining. So I just don't, sometimes when you view the spectrum of all of the various personalities of my identity, it could seem a little wacky. That's what happens when you are part of that imperfection called limitless potentiality. You can either become part of it, or you can choose to go monotone, do love spells on people, bind people, manipulate them, trap them up, pretend that you are them, clown around with Jezebel, who just burned the bridge. All Jezebels and whatever are there, they're the new offering to death. Because they interfered with love and its ascension and its commitment. Don't I tell you, not my rules. I'm just the messenger. I'm the channel that picks up on this devious sacrificial business. Probably because it's happened to me many lifetimes. And I wish I could hear your pleasantries, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to create my own pleasantries. And it's unfortunate that I have to do it while I'm listening to oversexed zombies. But hey, masks are off. The devils are out. They fell into their own trap. They're being offered up to the underworld as fodder. I do hope that this message clears something up for you and eases your anxiety about the snake getting blood. There's hope. There's hope. And, as long as we have that, then we can make it through another moment by moment by moment. Find something to be hopeful about, or at least appreciate, to have gratitude for. Thanks so very much for being here, everybody, and I really appreciate your kind presence. I am sorry for those others who are not. I will do my best to kind of block them as I review the comments, get back to the computer. Thank you, everybody. See you later.